Okay, your outfit is so amazing, by the way.
I am a bouquet.
You are a human bouquet.
Yes.
You really have written something that is raw, vulnerable, real, confident, poetic, and I just absolutely love the way that you write. So you put out this tweet, and it was about, you had just done Hustlers with Lorene. This is literally like one of my oldest and dearest friends. So,
she's the best.
You do her film Hustlers. Your career trajectory is skyrocketing. You throw out some tweets, and you're on a show. And one of the things that a lot of people don't understand is there's a reason people are scared to get on a television show is because they have you under contract for almost literally what can near a decade. And you chose to speak out about that and talk about the realities of what that is. And there was aftermath about that. How dare you? We don't talk about these things.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I chose to do it. I think I was a little bit impulsive and reckless because I did have big feelings because I had suppressed a lot of abuse I had suffered over the years on that show in an attempt to sort of preserve its reputation because it was such a shining beacon of representation for Asian Americans.
Yep.
And for me to talk about the sexual harassment that I suffered the first 2 years at the hands of a producer who had done so much great work for the Asian American community, it was such a conflict in my heart because it's like, on the other hand, he does all this great work for the Asian American community, but he's also sexually harassing me and saying inappropriate things and controlling me, but saying it's really he's protecting me is what he was saying. And I was so new to the industry. I had just quit waitressing a few months prior to Fresh Off the Boat. And I was scared of being fired. I kind of reached a boiling point and I behaved out of character. But when this happened, it felt like my whole community turned against me, like the Asian American community, and really wanted to shame me. So much to the point where one of my former Asian colleagues, an actress, DM'd me and told me that I was a disgrace and a blight on the community, and that essentially she said that it would be better if I just didn't exist. And I ended up almost killing myself, and I ended up in the psychiatric ER of the hospital because my friend found me and, took me. And it really made me, I thought that I could handle it, but it really made me reevaluate everything I'd been holding back for all those years in service of helping the Asian American community. And it made me realize, actually, I think the Asian American community needs to own up to its history of sexism, misogyny, and patriarchal values, because we don't talk about that, because all we're talking about is positive representation, which is an illusion. Nobody is all positive. We need whole human representation. Thank you.
I love your boldness. I love your bravery. And I do believe that it will go out there and matriculate to other people, finding their courage, figuring out ways in which to put them that are cathartic, healthy channels. You talk about your relationship with your sister. Why are sisters and that relationship so complex?
That's actually my favorite chapter in
is?
the book. Yeah. I mean, it's so special because I don't think we often see the complexity of it. We either see it as catfight or oh, we love each other. And there are so many colors in between, and it continues to evolve. It's not like a static relationship. I talk about how we were really close when we were kids, and then when I went to middle school, it kind of fractured because she started having her own friends, and I was scared that she didn't like me or need me anymore, so I acted like I didn't need her, and our relationship became kind of fractured. And then when I brought this essay back to her to be like, hey, I wrote this, is it okay if I publish it? She wrote me back and she said, I think the one thing you're missing is that I was your follower and that I missed you too. And that broke my heart because all those years ago, I thought she didn't need me anymore. And that's what hurt me. And she said, I missed you too. And now we're even closer. She's about to have a kid of her own.
No.
It's it keeps evolving and growing.
It's so funny. Whenever anyone asks me about my two daughters, like, do they get along? I'm like, there is no simple answer to that question.
Sometimes.
Yes.
And sometimes not, and it'll continue to evolve, but they'll always be sisters. Always.
What?
And that's what it is.
You know, there's sort of an old-fashioned nature to television of the 60s and 70s where we got to sit down and kind of have these interesting conversations.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to harken back to that time, and we built the set, and this is the very first segment we're doing on it.
Wow. Oh,
so
what
I
an
want to
honor.
thank you.
Thank you.
For kicking off this room in a way that I could have only ever wished to have these kinds of conversations, because I like to be silly, I like to be funny. I'm like a complete sobber. I love crying. I can't help it.
I already cried once during the interview.
And I love that you're a sobber. I am too. What do you?
Let's make sobbing cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what do you do? When I sob, I eat. I like to eat my feelings. I like comfort food.
I like something similar to eating. It's another sensory thing, which is, aromatherapy. Certain scents just calm you down
like
or
what?
Bring back memories. Like a freshly baked cinnamon roll, which I used to make at the bakery. It's the most amazing smell. You can't be unhappy when you smell a freshly baked cinnamon roll.
You make cinnamon rolls.
Yes.
Will you teach me how to make your cinnamon rolls?
I would love to teach you.
Seriously?
Yes.